Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday here in the month of June as the SFL Season 25 preseason continues. I am Mike Daggs on play-by-play. I'm joined with Charleston owner Jacob Clear. We've got the Mexico City Aztecs hosting your Charleston Predators. Jacob, I think we're going to have the most unbiased, totally fair commentary of all time. What do you think?
That's the idea, right? We put together this group thinking that there was no sort of affiliations on either side, and it'd be just like a league game, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what could possibly go wrong here? I think it'll be just fine. But listen, I'm looking forward to getting this one going. See what our teams can do tonight. We've got some new players on both of these rosters. Miranda Dumas from your team coming over to our team in the offseason, and I know you've spoken very highly of Miranda, and you're excited for what she can do for us, and we're looking forward to having her.
It'd be good to see her on this unit with Jared, obviously. The game on the other days. This is going to get a bit awkward.
All right, here we go. Kickoff underway. Deep into the end zone, and that is where we will get things started tonight. Dan Tritz in the chat. You know, it was Jacob that got my player progressing the right way when I was at Madison. So are you to blame for why he had, like, only one sack last season?
No, that sounds like a play position.
All right, well, let's see what your offense can do. They're out on the field to get things going. Greg Soto says that your mic is low. Start things off with a run. 2-yard gain. Let me see if I can get your microphone adjusted. Let us know how we're sounding. 2nd down and 8. Kopech throws over the middle. That one is complete to a wide open Doug Spelling, who gets his first catch of the preseason.
There you go. I'll move it closer to me. Yeah, first season as an ex-receiver here. Doug Spelling, obviously no Doug Britton in the fold. He left for Pittsburgh in the offseason. Spelling moves from a 2 to a 1, and I feel he's more than capable of getting a higher volume number of targets. It's just nice to have 3 this season and spread the love around all 3 of them.
Yeah, there you go. 1st and 10 from the 38. Kopech back to pass. Pressure on its way. He gets the pass out over the middle, and that one is complete to Michael Knight. You know, and you've got Yeo Montana in the backfield. I know that was a big free agent addition to your squad. Tell us a little bit about that.
We've seen one carry, we'll see another here out of the backfield, but it's a run for the fullback. But yeah, huge pickup.
Swing and a miss
there
on
to
that
get
one.
him across. We want to get all 4 backs involved. The idea is that every sim's going to get a touch to all 4 of the backs. So there's a method to the madness.
That's what the preseason's all about. Try to get all your players on the field and get them all involved in some of the action. Run up the middle, moves the chains again. The Aztecs defense is failing me right now, Jacob.
It's all right. Again, it's a strong ground game. That was Patrick Rudlang with his first carry. So again, the idea is to get all 3 running backs involved. Even in the regular season, there'll be situations for all 3 of them.
Kopech. Short drop, looking to throw. Short pass over the middle to Spelling, and broken up by John Fowler, who had a great season last season. And it's good to actually be able to call his name for once. Yeah, we don't get to do this all that often, Jacob.
No, 2 seasons back-to-back that John Fowler, I believe, was on the around the SFL decoy shortlist. So I've actually got to release the results for that, but leave that with me. But he was on there.
Ball is handed off to Montana. Picks up a gain of about 4 yards. 3rd down and 6. We'll see if this drive stays alive or if we'll get to see your punter for the first time tonight. I know which one I'm hoping for.
We'll convert this. It's not a problem.
Easy. Easy peasy. Kopech to pass. Pressure on its way. Kopech scrambles and fumbles the ball. And it is a turnover. The Aztecs take the ball away. And you were wrong. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, these are the ones that I don't like because he gets there and then he slides just that half second too early and it pops out. It's a rough, well, half second too late, I should say, on that occasion. He can run the ball, but I'm trying to avoid him from doing that this season if at all possible.
Yeah, it's that slide is rough. You know, you think your quarterback's doing the right thing, but all too often as they're sliding, they get hit. What was that, Jordan? who were you throwing that to, my guy? Oh, I'll be throwing shade at my own team all night, I think. I'm trying to pick on your team, but they were doing pretty good. So
that was a good start. And again, we're looking for some rotations here. We've got another season where we've got a really deep defense. Plenty of pieces to throw around at a unit like this.
Sipe under center. It's going to put Terrazas in motion. Terrazas wearing number 13 this season just to try to throw everybody off.
Nice.
Here's Terrazas in disguise. Play action, quick pass over the middle. And once again, Jordan Sipe can't hit the broadside of a barn. 3rd and 10.
And he usually hits those, right? Like, Terrazas is in behind the defense. If he throws that a little shy, it could be an ass call. Incomplete.
Just a bit deep. 3rd down and 10. Sipe throws. 1st down yardage. No! Into triple coverage and incomplete. So Jordan Sipe over 3 on his opening possession. And the Aztecs offense gains nothing. Well done by the Charleston defense.
Yeah, interesting he didn't run it once on that possession. I've used this playbook that you're using before, and it's very generally a run forward based playbook, and three passes in a row and punting away.
Long snapper practice, says Dan Tritz. For those that don't know, we oftentimes put Dan in at the long snapper position, and we just we got Hall of Famer Ray Bentley out there on special teams as well, because it's the preseason, and these guys got to earn their paycheck.
I didn't instruct Dan Tritz to progress his player to be a long snapper, but to each their own.
Well, that's how we use him now.
He's better than that.
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Kopech hands this one off to Montana. Gets bottled up behind the line of scrimmage and then wrapped up by John Osiris and John Fowler. The Johns at linebacker here for Mexico City. Spot him right back at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. High formation with 2 out to the right. Kopech is brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a sack. Skylar Kingsley got one last night, and he ain't even tired. He got another sack tonight. His first season back with the Aztecs after missing season 24. Excited to have him back in the fold.
Yeah, a former teammate of mine, in fact, back in early Houston days.
3rd down and 13 as both offenses continue to struggle early on in this one. A little defensive battle. Kopech to throw. Gets the 1st down. Right over the middle to Nick Twice.
Yeah, again, it's an opportunity for these two receivers. We've seen Knight now. We've now seen Twice as well. It's an opportunity for both of them to sort of battle out for the wide receiver 2 spot on this offense, and I think the ability to interchange them. They're 2 very different players. Nice to see both of them get a reception early in the opening 5 minutes.
Ball is handed off once again to Montana. Slow start for him so far tonight. He's had a handful of carries. He's got a few yards. We don't have anybody on stats because Eddie Gage said he would do it and then bailed on us at the last second. At least that's how I remember it going down. I'm sure he'd probably argue that's not what happened.
Yeah.
On 1st down, ball is handed off. Nice run up the middle for a gain of 7. Patrick Rudline with the carry.
Former LA Lycan got in with Aaron Wentz, who's on the other side of the ball. I don't usually like signing package deals, but I like those two, so happy to have them in the fold.
Another third down for the offense. We're able to convert a big one earlier on. Kopech under pressure again, throws, and that one's incomplete. Brad Taylor Wright. You got to train that guy how to catch, Jacob.
He usually catches those. We do like using him as a receiver. It just couldn't quite reel that one in, unfortunately. It was a good drive building there after that long third down conversion. You see Cameron Dooney. After that dev camp stuff, he can finally kick the ball straight, which is nice.
Well, that's good because, I mean, we saw some Cameron Dooney punts last season that, listen, I was calling some of those games, and I tried my best to maintain my professionalism, but when the ball would only go like 11 yards, it was hard to not comment on it. I'm just saying.
He's up his kick power now, so he's all good.
Jordan Sipes going to continue trying to throw the ball, and that one actually is complete this time. Yeah, there you go. Finding Jared Dumas on the catch, pick up a 5. He had a big night last night. We put him in as the number 1 receiver going up against Pittsburgh, and he certainly made the most of those opportunities. So much so that we bumped him right back down to 3rd tonight. Preseason, man. Jacob Morrison making the most of his opportunities as well as he crosses the 40, the 30, spins for no reason and gets tackled, but not before getting a big first down.
Yeah, that opened very easily there up the middle. I thought with the pressure that Tigger Clay threw into the box there that he would be able to make that play, but he just disappeared, and Morrison all of a sudden is in open daylight. He's got the top end speed to break those runs off, so no surprise that he's shown an early flash.
Morrison got the starting nod last night and is still the starting halfback going into tonight's game. Hall of Famer Ray Bentley playing a backup role and certainly able to still get the job done in his advanced years. 2nd down and 5.
I mean, you could probably do that with either of the two in the regular season as well.
They're pretty interchangeable, yeah.
It's a really nice 1-2 punch.
Hoping to get Buford Van Dam more involved as well. Hoping to see
that's better.
See him out there. Yeah, no, it's not. I only gained a yard. What do you mean that's better?
It's better because we actually got
because you stopped the run that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure you guys knew how to tackle. Terraza says that was a spin for style points. Style points don't go on the board, unfortunately. I know.
Yeah.
Had quite the interesting celebration. That's not who you're supposed to throw it to. Picked off. Going back the other way. Brandon Ewing. Jordan Sipes got some wheels, though. Can he catch him? He can't. Touchdown.
That was a great shot. That was a great chase.
Pick 6 for the Predators. They score first.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Sipe was the closest to it there on that occasion. He's got some wheels. And, that's not the best throw, unfortunately. Terrazas has been left short. And, Ewing, a really, really capable second corner on this roster. Continuing to keep me on the sidelines and on special teams duty with his talents. And nice to see him get a pick 6. He's been very productive for us.
Extra point try forthcoming. Cameron Dooney and his fresh skills kicks it straight down the middle. Charleston 7, Mexico City nothing. Which is how we started last night too.
I didn't watch that game last night.
We were down 17-0 at one point, and then we were up 20-17 at one point.
There you go.
Oh, how the tides can turn. Jared Dumas on the kick return. Go ahead and just take this to the house, buddy. All right, 38-yard line, that'll do. Terraza says, told you Sipes' arm was tired. Terrazas has been petitioning for me to put him in at quarterback and just split Sipe out wide. And I can tell you we did not make that adjustment this week. But maybe next time.
One formation. Yeah, just like one formation.
Just, well, yeah. Watch, that's the formation that gets called all night long. All right, let's see what the offense can do. So far, we had a 3 and out, and then we threw a pick 6. So, not the finest outing. Sipe going to go right back to the air. He's afraid of nothing. And he's just going to run for a loss of 4. So, maybe he should be afraid. At least a little.
Yeah, Barrett went for a sack in the new uniform, and yeah, not sure what he was trying to do there. Just get rid of the ball.
Oh, Jordan. 2nd and 14. Number 81 in at wide receiver at the bottom. I don't even know who that is. I'm not sure he's actually on the team. Don't throw to the bottom. All right, right over the... Yeah, there you go. Throw it to no one.
Okay.
Flag on the play, though, because Charleston's cheating. Let's see. Pass interference on Charleston. Yep, that's what I saw.
And Dan Dash, I'm not sure why we've got defensive ends dropping back into coverage. That's a new one.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there you go. 323-pound coverage.
Of pure
nice.
pass coverage. I don't think they taught him the rules about contacting players downfield.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. He didn't know. So fresh set of downs for the Aztecs. Sipe, 5-step drop. Chucks this one out to Morrison. The long handoff, if you will. Getting some good yards there. Eddie Gage taking notes on just how much I'm using Jacob Morrison so far this preseason, since we face off against him in the convention on opening night.
It's true. You should also be taking notes that this Aztecs side appears potentially to be a one-playbook team, so if that
Man, what do you mean by that? Listen, we used a whole different playbook when we played you last season. It was the first time we used it and the last. It worked. Sipe taking his time, throwing over the middle, a deep throw to Van Dam. There's something I haven't seen before.
So your fullback can catch. Let's see if we can get Brad Taylor right to do that. But that's a nice throw and connects with him in open space. And I do like that fullback seam route that they run out of the backfield. It is a bit cheeky, but it gets the job done.
It's almost like the defense just kind of sees him running and says, they're not going to throw it to him. Just lets him go. Sipe, let's see who he throws it to this time. Nobody's going to run it himself. Don't slide. There you go. Just get your head taken off. That's fine. Brandon Ewing with the tackle. But, hey, one good thing about the preseason, at least this particular preseason game, Jacob, all the players are immortal. None of them can get injured tonight.
Injuries don't look. There you go.
No injuries. We don't need injuries. Injuries are for, I don't know, I guess the regular season. Morrison trying to get the first down and gets cheated out of his first down that he gained. The refs spot him short.
I can't believe it took, 12 seasons to get Khalil Thomas an all-star appearance. Unbelievable.
Well, I mean, the bribe was accepted, and we added him to the roster. So
I had to get someone in. Get him.
Morrison held short of the line to gain, and now we get to see what a real kicker looks like.
I do like Chaz.
Yeah, I love Chaz, but I'm just kidding. Camera duty, don't get mad. We'll have to wait till the other side as the first quarter is in the books. A pick 6 is the only score on the board. You're watching Simulation Football League preseason on no network at all. It's just my YouTube channel, but hey, it's good enough. I'm Mike Dykes. He's Jacob Clear, and we've got Aztecs Predators preseason. Dan Tritz back in at long snapper. Some imposter wearing a Larry Love jersey in at holder, and the extra point. Man, good thing this is only preseason. Field goal's good. Aztecs on the board.
yeah, when you step away from it for what it's been a couple of months, you sort of have to shake the rust off. And some of us have been doing real commentary in between that's sort of kept the skills in check, but I'll probably still make 15,000 errors in week 1 when I get called back in.
There you go.
Although no convention games for me this season, I believe.
Yeah, so the fumble. Get it, Aztecs.
No,
there you go. No, it's fine. What do you mean? Yolia getting involved. That's exactly what I wanted to see happen. I hope we get a replay. I want to see who hit him. There you go, Max. Is that Max Jackson? It was Max Jackson. See what happens when you put a Hall of Fame safety on special teams? Take notes, Eddie. He's coming for you. I was going to talk about the convention, but now I'm excited. We're outside the red zone, so that's going to have to wait. First down and 10 from the 24 as the Aztecs look to get more points on the board. Morrison breaking the tackle. Shakes one, can't shake the second. So convention games, we will have every game done live at the convention this season in week 1. There will be plenty of individual games in their own time slots, and then we're going to have 4 games in a quad box with Cam calling all of them. So I'm looking forward to that. Sipe throws into coverage, tries to hit Terrazas, and instead just hits Leo Morris right in the back of the head.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's going to be a bit of an undertaking for poor Cam, but he's making a habit of making his own life hell. That's his choice if he wants to do that.
Well, he says he wants it to hurt. Well, he's applied that to himself now, too. Sipe looking. End zone, and it's incomplete. Tried to get to Terrazas again. Couldn't haul it in. So after getting a nice turnover on the kickoff, the Aztecs offense gains only 2 yards. Chaz Blackwater back on the field now.
It'd be nice if we could get the ball back for a couple of minutes, but it's all right. Still going to have the lead after the end of this.
For now.
Yeah, until we fumble the next kickoff, I suppose.
Dan Tritz is excited about all these long snaps. Now here's the thing. Interesting fact here. Dan Tritz was the long snapper every game all of last season except for one. In the championship game, I accidentally subbed him out of field goal long snapping, and wouldn't you know that is the one and only game that Chaz Blackwater missed a field goal? I need the prowess of Dan Tritz at long snap. Why was that so short? Chaz, you're cut. I mean, kick it to the end zone, my guy. We just gave him the ball at the 30. All right, Jacob, your offense is back out on the field. We haven't seen any points out of them yet. The 7 points he got, a pick 6.
No, we haven't really seen, Montana break one of the runs that we've been seeing in preseason. But again, I know what he's capable of. That's why I paid $4 million in my salary cap to get him in.
Yeah, it's quite a chunk of the cap. See what Montana can do. He can go the wrong way. That's what he can do. Loss of 2 as the Aztecs' run defense is arguably one of the best in the league of all time.
Well, you win 2 titles, and you can say that. So I can't contest that.
Let me just put these rings on right here.
I can't say anything about that, really.
Kopech has some time, drops back about 15 yards, decides to run, spins, gains yards. Come on, Aztecs! Jeffrey finally chases him down. What is going on so far on these offenses?
I thought he was going to do his Miss Jordan Sipe impersonation there in that sack for a loss of 8, but he actually had some composure and took it downfield. That was nice.
3rd and 5.
Lose the ball this time.
Yep. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's that slide. If they don't slide, they'll be fine. Kopech over the middle. Wide open. Yeah. Nick twice. Who was that dove? Somebody dove for the ball and totally missed. Let's see. Who can I make fun of? Max? Come on, Max. What was that? He looked like LeBron out there just flopping.
He didn't even extend his arms and try and make a play at the ball.
He just kind of laid down. Oh, I missed. First down and 10 in Aztecs territory somehow. Kopech rolls out right, has all sorts of time. Kingsley almost got him and picked off by Gerard Brody. But a flag on the play.
It's coming back.
No, that was after the picks.
Disappointing.
Pass interference. Dang it, I was hoping it was like a clipping.
I don't even know what it's for. It came up before the pick. So
Ah, freaking Jeffrey. Really?
oh.
Yeah, okay.
When impressive that Jeffrey could pick up and dump like 6'6" Doug Spelling.
Like, kid's, he's just jacked. What can I say? Dan Tritz says cut him. I agree. I think he's talking about Max. Kopech throws up top. Jeffrey almost redeemed himself.
That definitely wasn't a first down.
No, these
See,
refs
I'm not totally biased.
I don't know what's going on with these refs tonight. They're supposed to be on my side. I mean, we pay them off. So I try to make no secret about the fact that we bribe the refs.
It's your home game. You can do what you want.
Yeah. It's preseason, man. Kopech throws wide open over the middle. That one is complete for a gain of 7.
Yeah, the second string receiver is getting plenty of involvement here, which is nice to see. That's what I wanted out of this playbook today.
Dan Tritz says cut both safeties. We might want to keep one of them.
Yeah, I recommend.
We'll keep Max. Jeffrey's got to go. He's a free agent. Edmonton wants him. Second down and 3. Pitch. Running around the outside. Brody, who had a interception stolen from him due to a ticky-tack pass interference call, makes the tackle. 3rd and 3.
Usually punches those in the preseason sims. Yeah, I'll be frustrated to get the score there.
Kopech to throw. Pressure on its way. Pass complete for a 1st and goal at the 1.
That's fine.
Spelling with the catch. Spelling joining the Predators, 3 seasons ago now? With it was almost a trade of sorts of number 11s.
Yeah, you got Adobe back.
Yeah, we got Honus Adobe, and you got Doug Spelling. We just traded jerseys. Pass is incomplete. I'm telling you, man, you got to teach Brad how to catch a ball.
Yeah.
Just start throwing wrenches at him. I mean, I think that's a dodgeball thing, but if he can catch a wrench, he can catch a ball.
Yeah, you would think so.
2nd down and goal. I recommend you throw it to Brad Taylor right again. It's worked out well for me.
I was telling him it might be a touchdown, man. You definitely can't drop it.
Ball handed off up the middle, stuffed. What? Come on, man. Patrick Rudlag did not score. But the refs say he did. Let's take another look at him not scoring. There you go, Ramos. Power spike that flag.
Ramos is fired up for the preseason games.
He is. He takes this serious. Hey, look. It's you. Is that weird to you at all when you're looking at yourself?
No, I like it.
Gotten used to it?
I appreciate Axel Raven put the effort into making that for me.
Yeah, no kidding, the player didn't cross the goal line. Who would have thought, huh? So what, 3rd and goal? I believe.
Yeah.
As you look,
So we can...
your digital avatar looks disappointed. All right, Aztecs, one more. Stop him inside the 2. We can get no incentive.
Sure, we can get Yayo in the end zone this time, please.
Kopech calling an audible. Every Aztecs player right up there on the line. Kopech hands that one off and just
there we go.
Strolling into the end zone is Patrick Rudlang for the first offensive touchdown of the game.
I'm not taking that one off him. Nice to see him get a score again. It'll depend on the playbook, but there'll be situations where he will be on the field because he's a different back to the other two that we've got. Hoagland and Montana sort of interchange as the power runners, and a bit of history actually. He's the first true running back that we've ever signed. Everyone else has been a convert from either fullback or or a wide receiver. So he's the first player who actually started his career as a running back that's been on that roster, and that dates back to like Allen days with like Indy. Like that's been very long standing.
Ray Bentley obviously been a running back his whole career. Jacob Morrison started off as a wide receiver.
He was a receiver
for the Las Vegas Fury. As another fun wrinkle, Terrazas returning kicks. Why? Because I can.
Like I would do a lot of doing with the kick returns.
Last night I had Ray Bentley returning a kicks. It's the preseason. It's time to do some weird stuff. I briefly considered putting Dan Tritz in at kick returner, but it just didn't look right in the Sims. First down and 10. Aztecs still trailing at home for the second game in a row. Sipe angrily yelling green 17. Hands this one off to Morrison. Nice cut back inside. Picks up 7, second down and 3.
Yeah, he's been the one that has gotten it done at the moment. Must be liking what you're seeing from him.
Yeah, and we've always known what we've had with Morrison. We've wanted to get him more involved throughout the past couple of seasons, and it just, never seems to work out because, Bentley gets his carries, and then Jordan Sipe just starts throwing it like a madman. So, it'll be first down, and I'm yelling at the TV to call a run play, and Sipe's like, no, we're going to go 5 wide, empty backfield. So, all right, that's an option too.
Well, Sipe was chasing that MVP award that he might well win, and we'll see on Monday.
Not that way. He's not going to. Good Lord. Khalil Thomas nearly getting a pick 6. Second down and 10. Morrison dotting the I in the backfield. Sipe, short drop, quick pass, gets that one out to Terrazas. Gets the first down into Charleston territory.
Someone finally told Jordan they're in the black.
You'd think he would know.
To the wrong team.
I think he was actually throwing it to the ref there, and Terrazas just happened to be in the area. First down and 10 now. From the 41. 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Sipe up top. Throws it to Terrazas' shoes. That one could have been picked off by Ewing.
Yeah, the radar is still off at the moment for poor Jordan. The off-season, was he not doing anything in the off-season? Like, I thought the players generally keep prepping.
Yeah, no.
Maybe he wasn't.
Sitting on his couch eating pretzels. That is
when you win the title, you can do what you want.
Yeah, he's just admiring his ring. Terrazas with another catch. He's got 2 of them now. He's just sitting there just looking at one on each hand. And it's like, you do still need to practice, though, Jordan. Even that pass was a little bit behind Terrazas. First down and 10. Up at the 27. Sipe to throw yet again. Well, maybe he'll take off. Nope. Checks that one down over the middle. Gets it out to Jason Bartley. His first catch of the preseason. He's played all last night and now a quarter and a half tonight. It's his first target.
Special teams demon. He was your hero in that first title win.
There you go. High Joker set. Sipe under center. Hands this one off to Morrison. Picks up the first down. Terrazas in the chat says, Sipe go with Aaron Rodgers on one of those trips.
Yeah, I was implying either something of that nature or that he was partying a bit too hard. But maybe he was just eating pretzels on the sofa. I don't know.
Looking a little bit better now. That pass, never mind, spoke too soon. It was a little off target. Trying to get that one out to Terrazas. But this is one of the fun parts about the preseason. You know, I mean, neither of these playbooks that you're using or that we're using tonight or last night, neither of them are really a true reflection of what the team is necessarily going to look like, come regular season. But it gives you an opportunity to try things maybe you haven't tried before and just kind of see how things look, see how things work. It's still fun. Well, that almost wasn't fun. John Stamango.
Particularly defensively, it's an opportunity to throw players around. I mean,
yeah,
we've got a role that Grant Hardaway will play this season, and I've got in mind, but he'll get free safety reps tonight as well to see how he goes in that sort of more comfortable position for him. It's all about rotations, getting everyone on the field and opportunities to make plays.
Sipe checks that one down to Van Dam. Oh, if he had just stayed in bounds. He's got a rudder like the Titanic. He just went straight towards the sideline. Couldn't miss the iceberg. 4th and 2.
Well, he can catch. That's the positive.
So Dan Tritt's on to long snap to the imposter in the Larry Love jersey. Chaz Blackwater kicks the field goal. And death by 1,000 paper cuts continues as the Aztecs chip away at your lead.
In some way.
2 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the first half. Been an interesting one so far, at least. Chaz trying to maintain his roster spot. Kicks a little bit deeper that time.
Who's the backup kicker? Is it Dan Tritz?
Well, Dan can't kick. Dan would trip over the ball and fall. Now we probably have to go with Cale Barrett Jr., who's actually got a stronger leg. So
that's true.
Maybe I'm onto something here. Ball is handed off to Montana. Picks up 5. Brings us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. That's right. Yep. Stole it right from the website. I mean, temporarily borrowed it. Listen, we got to make this a semi-professional production. Brad Taylor Wright drops back into a traditional fullback spot, and Rudlang gets the carry. Not able to pick anything up there. 3rd down and 5, and I'm desperately trying to call a timeout, but nobody's listening.
It's not you on the sideline, is it?
It's not, no. I'm relegated up to the booth, and I don't even think that my microphone's connected to Joey's headset, so he don't listen to a thing I say.
Is this thing working?
3rd and 5. Pressure on its way, and it doesn't matter. You got the first down anyway. Man, Saran Yates almost got there, but almost doesn't win you a ball game. 1st down and 10, Charleston. I formation, spelling in motion down to the bottom. Pitch down to Montana. Oh my goodness, he just planted Max Jackson on his butt.
Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Like seeing those animations out of him. That's why we bought him.
Good thing I turned off injuries. Good Lord. Kopech decides that was enough running for this drive, goes empty backfield, and throws a Jordan Sipe-esque pass.
You said it, not me.
If you can't make fun of your own team, who can you make fun of?
That's exactly right.
It's all in good fun. I gave them all the disclaimer. This is not what the regular season will look like. Kopech back to throw over the middle. Wide open Doug Spelling again. That's getting a little annoying. We're going to have to make some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and so I can't make fun of my team because I don't have championship titles to boost my retention rate. So I've got to be very kind to my players.
Good job, Doug Spelling. What a catch. Proud of you, buddy. I wish you were still wearing black and red right now, but white and red is fine, I guess. Just had to go and abandon me. Kopech, quick pass. I thought John Osiris was going to be able to jump in front of that one. Saran Yates joining us in the chat now. He just missed his almost sack that he had. Almost. Key word there, almost.
Saran's got more rings than he does fingers in his right hand. I use both.
He does.
Get there.
Another completion, gets first down to Solomon. Goes into the hurry up. Throwing up top.
Oh, Leon.
Tipped and incomplete. The Sandcastle. Can't get the catch. Dan Tritt says he stays in Mexico City just to make fun of Dags, and that's true. He literally posted it. Well, he posted in the Aztecs locker room a couple days ago. He said, I told Ramos and Dags I'm going to stay here until they're sick of me. So I immediately replied, then why are you still here? So another glorious incompletion. Nick Twice learning his catching routine from Brad Taylor Wright. If you can't make fun of your players, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Decreases the chance of you poaching players next offseason.
There you go. Like, I don't want to play for that guy. He's mean. 3rd and 10. Pass up top. Oh, I thought that was picked. Instead, it's caught.
Yeah.
Getting it down a little bit closer into Cameron Duty range. Last season, I would have been pretty nervous for you right now, but I think Cameron can probably make this one. If he can get the kick off.
Yeah, the timeout. Yeah,
you used up all your timeouts. Wah, wah. All right, well.
See, the long snapper was looking around there. He didn't know what to do. If Dan Tritz was there, that would have been snapped.
Yeah, see, Dan knows what's up. You got to work on your long snapping game for Charleston, I think. But, hey, good first half so far. At least if you're a kicker from Mexico City and you guys have an offensive touchdown. You've got a defensive pick six that kind of kicked off the scoring so far. What are you thinking of what you're seeing from your team?
Yeah, be conservative. We'd like to see more of his crowd game that's the playbook's built around. But Kopech's playing well. Morrison keeping you guys in it. It's interesting to see how this second half will develop. If he's able to keep that steam up and Jordan can shake the cobwebs off, if you will.
There you go. Brandon Ewing, the first half player of the game. Why? Because he kicked off the scoring with that pick six. So it took Jordan Sipe a couple of quarters to figure out who he was supposed to be throwing it to, but now we're back. Let's see if he can actually throw it to the Aztecs now. 14-9, Charleston out in front. Mexico City will start with the ball here in the second half. Appreciate those of you joining us live. I know we're fighting for viewers with the UFL. My bad. We didn't look at that schedule. Tumis returns it up to the 26-yard line. I was like, oh, yeah. Look at that. Whatever. It's time for some SFL.
Did Cam tell you that, or did you check it?
No, I saw the ping about the UFL bingo, and I was like, huh. That's tonight, isn't it? Sorry, Cam, if you're watching this.
It's also going to be at the convention.
I apologize. Yeah, UFL bingo live at the convention. The opportunity for for you to earn some progression dollars in an exclusive opportunity, I should say, for convention goers only. So those of you staying in Australia need not apply. Listen, I'm sorry. I legitimately did not know I was moving the convention as far away from you as possible. That's on me.
Well, now you know.
Now I know. Next year we'll try for something out west. So start saving your pennies.
That's the plan.
2nd down and 10. There we go. Buford Van Dam getting his first exclusively handed off ball in a long, long time. And picks up 8.
Like
See, it works.
Fullback get involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. How's Brad Taylor Wright doing tonight?
Yeah, I'll be interested to see his feedback after the game. Stop using me as a receiver.
I do hope the players all know it's all in good fun. I don't mean anything I say. Please don't take me serious. I should never be taken serious, quite frankly. Dan doesn't, so why should you? First down.
He'll love it.
Oh, good.
He loves making fun of his own player. It's great.
There's only so much control we all have over these guys. So, oh, Buford. Oh. That's what Brad does, not you. Unbelievable.
That one was jarred free. That's good.
Yeah, Stamango really got a good hit on that one. Terraza says, to be fair, we didn't know we were suiting up this fast. He's still recovering from tacos and tequila. Wait, did you go out celebrating our loss last night? or tacos of sadness. Oh, Sipe gets crushed. And again, I'm grateful for turning off injuries. Dan Dash gets the sack.
Yeah, that's nicer that he's not playing coverage and doing what he's sort of built to do. We've got tons of pass rush. We're not going to have any problem rushing quarterbacks this season.
He had tons of coverage, too, when the 323-pound guy dropped back for some defensive back work. The speedy Dumas goes in motion down to the bottom. Sipe throws that direction, but nearly gets it picked off. As your defense has been all over the field, making life very difficult for Sipe tonight.
Yeah, I talked in pregame Anthony Austin on coaching debut, so nice to see that he's pulling the strings and he's been successful thus far.
Tretz with a beautiful, perfect spiral snap. And, wow, Barrett kicking it to the moon. And then Dan gets the tackle. He does it all.
He's got some speed on
He
him.
does have some speed. Look at him coming down the middle of the field. It's actually terrifying. Your kick returner was like, oh, God. Just crumpled to the ground. I don't even want to get hit. Is that back there?
Dan Dash has 50 pass coverage. I didn't even know he had that. Maybe we need to put him at linebacker.
Dan Tritz says he's everywhere.
Oh.
All right.
What was that?
I looked away for.
We've seen that before.
Yeah, I looked away for a brief second, and Kopak got himself 8 yards. Oh, good. We get a replay. Oh.
He faked the handoff.
Yeah, whoever 93 has got some penetration into the backfield and disrupted that play, but it ended up working out to your benefit. Back to the pine that guy goes. He was subbing in for Tritz. No, that was pretty weird.
Wow. Preseason, eh?
I guess so. Osiris getting the hit in the backfield, and Marikai Terra on cleanup duty. Gets a tackle for a loss. Rudlang losing a yard, 3rd and 3.
So Yates took the family out for Mexican dinner.
Atta boy.
I approve of that.
Now my question is, did he take his entire family?
I've heard there's a few people.
Montana getting the first down. How many grandchildren do you think Ron Yates has?
I think more than you or I, but less than Chad Rowland.
No, not children, grandchildren.
Oh, right, yeah. I've
Pitch
heard
up.
mixed reports.
Pitch up top goes for nothing. Take a guess.
So it's like something close to 30, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I actually forget the exact number, but I know it starts with a
know.
3 and it's double digits.
Yeah.
It's over 30.
Goodness me.
Like, which
Yeah,
begs
you
the
keep track of
question:
that.
does the Yates family know what causes that? Like, we just keep having kids. Skylar Kingsley getting his second sack of the ball game, third of the preseason, and you can buy one of those season 24 SFL champion T-shirts at the Aztecs shop.
It's nice of you to offer.
You know, just if you wanted one, I thought they looked kind of nice.
It really does.
30, yeah, he's got 30 grandchildren.
There you go.
You are a blessed man, Ron. Kopech, pump fakes, throws over the middle. How do you let him get that open, Aztecs? Solomon with the catch.
I don't know if Ron celebrates Christmas, but either way, it'll be an expensive end of every year for him.
Yeah.
With either that or the amount of birthdays that you have to support, that'd be mad.
Just, non-stop just buying presents.
Need a second job.
Because you figure, even if they're evenly spaced, you're averaging almost 3 birthdays a month.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Oh, come on.
I wonder what this is for. I should have turned off penalties. Block in the back. Ye old clipping. I'll take it. 1st and 25. Yes, sir. Keep walking back, Predators.
What happened here?
Look at this. Oh, poor Liam. He just got so abused. All right, so that's the second penalty that we've had tonight that it's like, okay, come on, refs. That was garbage. That was not a block in the back.
Oh, God.
Ron only took 3 to dinner. That's smart. Makes it a little cheaper. Kopech over the middle. I'm not really. I guess he was targeting spelling. I didn't really see where that was going, though. Hopefully Anthony Ellison built in some 2nd and 25 situation plays for you.
I don't think so.
Little quads look.
Maybe something you account for.
It's going to send Nick twice into motion down to the bottom. Christmas shopping starts in July. Kopech gets it to Spelling and gets all the way up to midfield. Great throw indeed. And one thing I've been impressed about so far with Kopech, and see if we see a replay of this. Well, they're not going to show Kopech. Pressure has been getting there all night long, but he's able to get the ball away before the pressure gets home, and his passes are still accurate. You know, it's something that sometimes you don't see. A lot of SFL quarterbacks, when they hear those footsteps and they feel the pressure getting close, just end up wildly throwing it into coverage. Kopech's looked very poised tonight. A lot of nice soft throws, and it's been, Spelling's been the biggest benefactor of it. He's been hauling in a lot of passes.
Yeah, this is nice. And again, pressure was there again. There's no fault of the Aztecs pass rush. It's just well timed. And yeah, we had games last season where he was bringing under pressure. We're just trying to avoid the situation where he has to throw 35 times a game, because we generally don't win when that happens, unfortunately. It's not Kopech's fault.
Pitch up top is well defended by John Fowler. Gets a tackle after a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it's a good tackle because there was space on the outside for him to run into, but getting him from behind there is a difficult task when he's got maximum speed for a running back.
Ball is handed off this time to Nick Hoagland, who picks up a couple more. 3rd down and 7, and now we'll see if the pressure's able to get back home or if Kopech's going to throw another dart and keep this drive going. You got to be at least on the edge of Cameron Duty range right here.
Yeah, he can kick more than 30 yards now, which is nice for
Pass
Cam.
up top, incomplete, a rare miss to Spelling. Looks like that pass was just a little bit behind him. 4th and 7, and we'll see. Cameron Duty's on the field, but in what way is he going to line up? And they're going to punt.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So I think there is wind in his face right now.
Yeah.
So drop this one down at about the 10, and look at that. They got it right down at the 1.
Well, only got the worst possible bounce there. We'll save special teams unit.
All right, 99-yard Jacob Morrison touchdown run coming up. You laugh, but I literally was running a sim last night, and that's exactly what happened. So we'll see. Can lightning strike twice?
Surprise me.
Kopeck to Morrison. Gains 2. Only 97 yards shy of what I was hoping for.
He's broken one off today. Again, wouldn't struck me if he got a second one. I hope we'd learned from the first time.
2nd down and 8. Ray Bentley back there now. He'll get the handoff. Breaking a couple tackles. Gains 3. Sets up a 3rd down and 5 for the Aztecs.
Let's get a stop here and get the ball back, wouldn't it?
No.
No?
I'm still losing, man. I need some points. 2 receivers up top, 1 to the bottom. They're going to go with a Jacob Morrison run. They'll run right into the line of scrimmage and stay there as Clay gets the tackle. And there you go. You'll get your ball back now. But watch how far Cale Barrett Jr. kicks this. He's standing in the back of his own end zone. And I bet you this thing goes to your 40.
He's got to make sure that he can handle the long snap of Dan Tretz.
That was close.
Yeah, close enough. I'll give you that.
Nice return by Nick Twice. Gets it up to the Aztecs 44. Good job flipping the field, KL.
That's nearly 60-yard punt. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's definitely wind going from left to right across the screen from the standard camera view this way, which is probably why Duty didn't try to kick that field goal. It would have been about a 38-yarder. It's going to be 48-yarder. Would have been tough into the wind. Charleston looking to extend their lead tonight. Kopeck drops back, has time, throws it to Montana behind the line of scrimmage. And Chance Wall wraps him right up, tackles him back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, 2nd down.
I know Yayo wants us to put screens and swings in the playbooks, but not like that. It'd be nicer for him to get a bit better service.
Yeah, there's definitely certain plays that any playbook that you have, they're the first to get deleted.
Yeah.
Like, oof. Yeah, the Aztecs offense was throwing a whole bunch of screens last night, and it was like, it'd be 3rd and 11, and we're throwing a screen. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Made a couple of adjustments for tonight's book. 3 down linemen on 3rd down and 7. Miranda Dumas lined up across from the receiver on the bottom. Kopeck pumps, runs, hit, fumbles again, and recovered by the Aztecs again. I'll take it.
You won't learn. You won't learn.
And I don't know if I mentioned it, but you can buy one of those T-shirts. Go to the Aztecs website, SFLaztecs.com, and you can find a link to the team store right there. I believe they have shipping to Australia and everything.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Is that going to be an ad read this year for every Aztecs game? every cut.
Buy your SFL merchant or your Aztecs merchandise at SFLaztecs.com. I'll have to have Curtis read it. His sultry voice. Sipe once again throwing it a little low. Ramos trying to go over the playbook.
Very animated today, Ramos.
He is. He's very fired up for being a preseason game. I don't think anybody told him that we're not supposed to take this that serious. You're clapping over there right now. Calm down, man. You're getting me tired. Sight to throw. Terrazas was open, but he throws it to Van Dam instead. So I think both of us may have learned. Maybe we don't run the fullback out down the seam route quite this much.
To be fair, that was a total hospital pass. He got lit up basically as soon as the ball got there.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't hit. Just dropped it. Sipe on third down, throws, gets it to Bartley, complete for a gain of 7, but not enough, and the Predators will once again get the ball back.
Yeah, Gould almost just bumped him and he fell over. It wasn't even really a tackle.
It's like, get down. Okay. What can you do?
That's what he does. When you get into the All-Star game, you can do things like that.
There you go. Punt's going to drop down at about the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 17. 13 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Charleston's led the game, the entire game so far. See if they can extend that lead or maintain the 5-point advantage heading into the 4th. First down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Twice in motion down to the bottom. We'll hand this one off to Montana, and that's been very well defended all night by John Fowler, and John Osiris. The two Johns. What do I know? I don't know. 3 quarters in the books. 10 minutes remains. Here from Estadio Matt Wilson in Mexico City, Mexico. You're watching the Simulation Football League on my private YouTube channel. And that's it. That's all I got, man. Strong eye formation for the Predators. Kopech to pass, has all day. Skylar Kingsley hits him, but can't bring him down. And Fowler finishes him off. I'm going to change his nameplate to say Fowler. Just claim he's an Irish guy.
Yeah, he's turned to Irish.
John O'Fowler with the tackle.
Oh dear. It wasn't terrible.
Yes, it was. Don't even give me any credit.
Worse.
Kopech. Oh,
great.
Kingsley's been doing great, man.
I know.
Twice with a nice catch. Kingsley was so close. Look at this. Dives at it. I think he still hit him, but man, now I kind of want to turn injuries back on. Take him out of the game.
Oh, it's realism.
Flipped the defensive line. Typically, Kingsley would play on the right side next to Dan Tritz, who would play over there as well. But now Dan and Skylar playing on the left side. Chance and Suran on the right side. Preseason testing.
Well, I thought, look, again, these games don't mean a great deal, so you can experiment with your playbooks a little bit and try a playbook that isn't going to compete with the one that you'll use every week this season. That's okay.
I'm going to surprise everybody and use a whole brand new playbook in week 1. Listen, Eddie is watching, and he knows exactly what we did all last season and pretty much the whole season before, too. I can't just throw the same thing at him again. Bottled up, tackled, and 4th down. Old man O'Fowler with the tackle.
He's been all over. Yeah, I heard Now that the Cuban Missile was coming back to town, and he's certainly woken up to that matchup.
Camera duty to punt with the wind this time. Drops down at the 20. Fair catch should have been called, but Dumas is still just a first-year player. He'll learn.
There I am. That's my player's one play for tonight. He'll be looking forward to seeing him do something again next week.
You did a thing.
I took a huge pay cut for this team. That's why they love me.
You're just a hero amongst your team. Ride the pine for them. Sipe under pressure, quick pass, gets that out to Bill Henry. He does exist. I was starting to wonder if we still had a tight end on the roster.
Sipe threw it to him for once. It's nice.
Look how small. Jordan looks so freaking tiny, standing behind the center. He's got Van Dam behind him. It's like, how short are you? Jacob Morrison adding on to his big night as he picks up another good chunky yards. Let's see if we get an updated total. 11 carries, 71 yards, averaging 6.5. Ray Bentley, watch out.
It's good efficiency, isn't it?
Sure is.
Nice to see if you back up.
I'll take
be
6.
Back up for much longer.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I told Ray Bentley to watch out. Sipe drops back. He decides he wants to get some yards too. Oh, gosh, makes my heart skip every time I see that slide. It's like just lower your shoulder and plow straight ahead. That's all I want you to do. I wish that was something that we could program in, like in the aggressiveness rating or something. You could say never slide.
Yeah.
Just plow ahead and cover the ball. Oh, Sipe is in the chat. He says he's 5'10". Thank you very much. Got a little Doug Flutie action going on. Morrison picks up the first down. Ray Bentley in the chat now, right on time. When I make fun of Jordan's height, he shows up. I tell Ray Bentley to watch out because he might get supplanted on the depth chart. He shows up. Who do you want to show up? I'll just start making fun of him and I'll end up in the chat. Bentley bottled up. Oh, slips through, gains a couple, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, a great game starting against it. That's what I'd like to see from our playbook, but such is life, such is the game. Morrison, yeah. At least Sipe's protected. It might look a little odd, but you know that he's protected by his line.
He is well protected back there. Terrazas gets hit in the back of the head.
Who was that ran away? Someone ran away from that.
Let me see if I can get a look at that play again on the second monitor. It looks like he was covered by Leo Morris.
Yeah, Holloway nearly got it.
Sipe throws it down to him, and yeah, that was Leo Morris that ran away from it. Sipe up top to Van Dam. Buford! Big man running. Gets the first down to the 30.
Jeez. No contact there on that one.
Ray Bentley says, you know why I run less good? It's because all these rings are slowing me down.
That's true.
He's got 3. I'm jealous. I've only got the 2. My esteemed retired player joined the Aztecs right after they won the championship. And then I retired him because he sucked. First down and 10 from the 30. He's all right. I couldn't have him playing without Matt. Jordan up top. Bill Henry. First down to the 18-yard line inside the red zone, and the Aztecs methodically working their way to the lead.
That's it. And plus, that guy couldn't get 2 for his whole career either. He's probably earned an opportunity to start and has done well for himself.
Definitely. Sipe 11-27. Oof. 128. No touchdowns and a pick. I thought he had 2 picks. Maybe it was just almost 2 picks. Sipe checks it down to Jason Bartley, who steps out of bounds after a 3-yard gain.
Sipes looked a little more comfortable with his playbook in the second half, you feel. A few less errant throws.
He's doing pretty good for being the first time he's ever seen this book.
Yeah.
I literally handed him the playbook 20 minutes before kickoff and said, do this. Like, oh, okay. Morrison wiggling his way for a nice game. 3rd down and 2. Picks up 5. Dan says Sipe threw a touchdown just to the wrong team. Ouch. Bentley lined up in the backfield. See if he can get us the first down here. Breaks the tackle, gets the first. Trying to maintain that starting position. First down and goal from the 3.
A missed tackle there in the open field. Got him the opportunity. Khalil Thomas of all people. And then Clay missed him as well. So that's a big play by Bentley close to the line. Phil Morrison will probably finish it off here with any luck.
Single receiver up top. It looks like that's Bill Henry. Morrison walks his way into the end zone, and the Aztecs take the first lead of the game with 3.5 to go. Oh, and we get a shot of the blimp. Look at that beautiful blimp. You can buy your own Dags Drone Works blimp at the SFL Aztecs team store. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
wouldn't that be great though?
Then you would have had me.
You're like, okay, if I can buy a blimp.
Yeah, if you can get a 3D printed blimp, I will. Yeah, I'm on board.
Nice. Oh, we're going for 2.
Fair enough.
Sight.
You can't lose it with a field goal.
Sending whoever that guy is into motion. I'm not familiar with 85. Pitch up top to Ray Bentley. Can't break the tackle. So as you saw, Jacob Morrison was able to punch it in the end zone, and Ray Bentley was not. Dan says, make one of your drones a blimp. I don't think that's how drones work, though, Dan. The propellers and the blade, or the propellers and the fabric of the blimp might not, get along.
Yeah, I put a drone inside of a blimp. That doesn't make much sense.
Bentley says, I told you, rings. This is poor coaching. You're not wrong. I spent 20 minutes on this book, I think. Maybe less. Kopech, back to pass. Decides to run again, and Chance Wall takes his head off.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice.
Robert Thump says, I heard Dags was bringing free 3D printed blimps to everyone that goes to the convention. I might be able to do that.
So I've got to miss out.
Yeah, I might do that. I won't do it to the convention you go to, Jacob, but maybe I'll do it this year. Kopech back to throw. Kingsley knocked to the ground. Pass up top, and I don't know what John Osiris was doing, but he just bowed at the ball. Oh, Konnichiwa bows, hits him in the head. What the heck, man? The glitz and glamour has overtaken him, says Terrazas. 3rd down and 10. Kopech has time. Kingsley laying on the ground again. Kopech runs.
I'd rather him throw it there in that situation.
Yeah, and I've noticed Kopech running a lot. Is that, do you think that's just the nature of this particular book, or is it something that you've been expecting it, or is this kind of a surprise?
I mean, I didn't see it in my 15 minutes of watching the series last night, but maybe I forgot. Who knows?
Nice punt. Dumas returns it about 9 yards up the field. And the Aztecs maintaining a 1-point lead, 2:22 to go. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. And I would expect a heavy dose of Bentley and Morrison to try to close this one out.
I made another play. I exceeded my quota today.
Well, now you can take the next preseason game off completely.
Yeah. That's it.
You guys play Detroit, a week from tonight?
Correct.
Nice.
Unveil their new stadium and uniforms and all that sort of gear. Interesting to see how they look.
Yeah, they should look really good. I mean, from the pictures that we've seen so far and some screenshots, really excited to see Detroit's branding. It's looked really good, and a lot of great guys over there. It should be a great franchise. I'm glad to see the city of Detroit getting back into the fold too.
Yeah, that's it.
2 minutes to go in this one as we continue to try to make this sound quasi-official with stolen music that's sure to get removed from the YouTube video once they realize that I don't have the copyright. But it sounds good for now, so who cares? All right, Jordan Sipe under center and hands that one off on a draw to Morrison, who's going to force Jacob to call his first timeout.
I don't like us slipping out of tackles there. That's
it was
a
great.
Rough one. But
we got them all greased up like a pig. Makes it harder to tackle them. That was Bentley's idea. I'm not sure if it was because of tackling or if he had other purposes in mind, but he said, you got to grease us both up tonight. Okay, Bentley. Whatever works for you, bud. Morrison couldn't get away that time. Matt Ryan got the tackle. Second timeout called. Dan Tritt says it's been a treat listening to you tonight, Mike and Jacob. It's been a fun one to listen to, says Terrazas. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Especially since I've just been totally just giving completely random thoughts.
That's the whole point of the game.
That's it. Final timeout called, so the game comes down to this. If the Aztecs can get a first down, it's game over. If not, Kopech and company will have one final shot at it. Morrison hitting the 100-yard mark tonight. Really happy to see that for him. He's definitely made the most of getting that starting role in these past couple of games, and closes out the game for the Aztecs. We'll get a 1-point victory tonight. So there you go. 15-14. Hey, at least it was a close one.
It was.
Look at this. Look at this. Look who's dealing the ball. It's Dan Tritz. Dan Tritz taking the knee for the Aztecs. Don't expect to see this ever again. Watch him fumble it. That would be amazing. If he fumbled.
To be fair, we did do this in Jack Brown's last season.
Did you?
He was in the victory formation, yes.
Big Dan taking the knee. He'll get one more kneel down. Oh, I had to do it. I had a Bentley queued up to take the knee last night, but we didn't get to see it because we lost. So now Dan Tritz gets to take a couple of snaps. Look how freaking huge he looks. I'm used to seeing Sipe there. So what'd you think? Did you like what you saw from your team? Obviously, came up just a point short, but good to see Montana in action for the first time at the halfback spot.
Yeah, defensively really good. Obviously some room for improvement on the offense, but good to see Kopech have a good game. Just couldn't quite get the scoring going today, but Aztecs held in there and got the job done. That late drive, enough to seal the deal.
Blimp flying overhead. Eddie says if he would have fumbled, I would have died laughing. I would have too. That would have been. I wouldn't even have cared if we had lost. That would have been just so amazing. That's it. That's the game. 15-14 is the final. Let's take a look at some of these stats as I turn my controller back on and it screws things up here. So let's see. Total yards, pretty comparable. Passing yards, you guys blew us away. Rushing yards, I'm very happy to see those totals for Mexico City. 149-yard rushing compared to 120 passing. That's about the split that I want to try to have. Yards per carry, really good, averaging 5.1. So some of these player stats. Kopech with a nice game. I think he kept it clean too. Yeah, we got no picks.
Yep.
Couldn't find the end zone though, but 192 yards, 67% completion percentage. You got to be happy with that.
Very, and did a good job of finding all three of the receivers. And I think one couldn't get involved was poor Leon Sandcastle. He did get a target, but it was nice to see him spread the ball around a touch.
Yeah, Doug Spelling leading the day with 7 receptions, 81 yards. Yeah, he was the leading receiver. Second leading was Nick Twice. So look at that. Buford Van Dam with the most receiving yards of the Aztecs. Yeah, watch out, Eddie. That's definitely going to be in the week 1 playbook. 109 yards for Jacob Morrison on 19 carries. Really nice to see that. Buford Van Dam, he had him in a bunch of formations, and he only got 1 carry. So I'll have to keep on tweaking that one as the offseason continues. Jeffrey with 12 tackles. Yeah. Jeffrey, John. Good Lord. Somebody needs to get more creative with the names. That's it. It's all the time that we got. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And looking forward to the regular season kicking off in just about 3 weeks' time. We will see you all there.